to the Tejas Council, where the friendship never ends. But the Tejas race before us and go to live up to, based on loyalty and honor, we'll pass it on to you.
The Tejas Club is a men's organization here on campus. It was founded in 1925 by several men on campus that didn't have a natural place when they got here. The story is always told to us that some of them actually rode their horses to Austin because when they would get to Austin, they needed something to sell for the semester's room and board and books. So when they got here, they were naturally looking for camaraderie, friendship, a place to come together and be around individuals that are like themselves. And so they founded the Tejas Club in 1925. Through the 20s, 30s, 40s, into the early 50s, they didn't really have a place to call home. It was just a group of men that were passing down the Tejas Club traditions. And then in 1955, mainly driven by the efforts of a couple of very dedicated members, J.O. Garrett and Olin Culbertson, a group of alums came together and realized that they needed to band together, put some money together, also go get, as the story has been passed down, a loan that their spouses didn't know about to buy what is now the home to the Tejas Club at 2600 Rio Grande in West Campus. So the big, beautiful, white, usually house. Sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's green, depending on what decade you visit it.
To define Tejas is hard because it's a lot of different things to a lot of people. I think what's amazing though is that despite those differences, there are a lot of things that remain the same in everyone's experience that I've talked to. You know, we hold each other to a really high standard because it is a club of friendship, and in many ways it could be defined as a social club. But to say it's just friends, dudes hanging out, I think would be missing a big part of the reason that we've stayed together for so long.
It helped me learn to live and get along with people very different from me and different from my own personal upbringing. And in that connection, I think it's important to recognize that for university-age men, our tribe makes a great deal difference to us.
So the Centennial celebration obviously marks the 100-year anniversary of the founding of the Tejas Club. We knew that we wanted to give a celebration that was deserved for 100 years of men in the Tejas Club. We didn't know exactly how big it was going to be. We anticipated it being the biggest gathering of Tejas men ever, which it ended up being. Having 700 people there was pretty impactful and powerful to see. Many people were coming from outside of Texas, from coast to coast, bunch of state representation, and many individuals who hadn't been to Austin in 30 plus years. To last 100 years is really hard. Very few things actually do that. It's a really great question of how we've been able to do that, but the through line in my head is the strong three pillars that hold the Tejas Club, and then through time, the generations together, which are scholarship, friendship, and leadership. And we put a really heavy emphasis on anyone who gets invited into the organization needing to excel in all three of those areas. A lot of what we pass down over time that allows us to sustain is focused on the responsibility that is bestowed on the next class of men or the next generation to keep it going. And something that was told to me early on when I was a freshman and I had been invited in was that I needed to strive to get men in the future into the club who are a better fit for the Tejas Club than I am. So there's always this striving nature of being better and refining and honing the best version of ourselves that we can. And I think that allows us to persevere through time. My experience in the Tejas Club has been paramount to my experience on this planet. I came to UT as an out-of-state student from Denver. Trying to find my place here the first 6 months was really challenging, and I didn't know if I ever was going to find it. And then a series of fortuitous events of a connection that I made said, yeah, I'd love to meet you, show up to a Tejas coffee on this upcoming Thursday night. From that moment in time forward, Tejas has been a crucial part of my life.
I've got to spend more time with Dad when it comes to things related to Tejas Club, whether we go to 100-year anniversary, or we'll go to steak fry, or simply we're just talking about times when we were in the club.
It's for everyone a place that feels like home. I really like something that Kurt Vonnegut said, which is that home is not a place, it's a moment. And I think Tejas is so special because it becomes a moment that might last your entire life, something you can always go back to.